Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by two of the agents from Allure Realty, Miss Colony Reeves and Miss Anne-Sophie Petit.
Fair.
It's like Petit Fair, right? Petit Fair.
Mhm.
How are you guys?
I'm doing well. I'm just super excited for everything that's going on, and the response has been amazing. The love that's been shown has been amazingly overwhelming. So I'm just taking it all in.
Well, listen, Selling Tampa, we're here. I mean, congrats are in order. Number one show on Netflix, ladies. Number one.
Crazy, right?
I mean, as you guys take it all in, like, has it hit you yet? You know what I mean? Has it hit you? Like, do you have the number one show
No,
you premiered? No?
it has
I
not
think
hit
it's
me yet.
I think it's slowly hitting me. Just slowly but surely. I think it's hard because it happens so sudden. It's hard to really get our heads wrapped around it all.
Yeah.
How did you guys get here? Like, how did you each start? I know Colony, your father had something to do with it. Like, how'd you guys each start in real estate?
Yeah, for me, I was literally at a really weird place in my life. I had graduated college and I didn't know what I wanted to do at all. And I was battling some personal things too. And I went to my parents literally crying, like, I have no idea what I want to do. I'm depressed, like, I'm not making any money. I was teaching at the time, or trying to be a teacher at the time. And I just didn't feel fulfilled. And so my dad was like, hey, why don't you try real estate? He's always dabbled into real estate. He owns a lot of investment properties. So he's like, I think you'll be really good at real estate. You're from Tampa, so just give it a shot. He's like, I'll pay for the real estate class. I'll pay for everything. I just want you to be healthy, mentally healthy, and just I want you to be happy. So I did it, and I haven't looked back.
What about you, Anne?
So I actually came from the corporate background. So I worked as a property accountant. I was doing accounting for a real estate investment trust company. And in the process, the checks were coming across my desk. And I got to see the kinds of commission checks we were cutting. And that kind of like, and also simultaneously, I was hitting a place in my career where I was so good at my job, I was getting bored. And I decided to explore the other side of real estate.
I love it. So you guys are working at the Allure Group. You're in real estate, making money. How did you first hear about the fact that the Allure Group was going to be part of this reality show on Netflix? Was it Sharelle who told you, or how did you guys first hear about it?
I think it was. I think we kind of all found out at the same time. Yeah, we all found out at the same time.
We were all pretty involved in the process during the whole process, from interviewing and all of that good stuff. So yeah, we found out. I think Sharelle found out shortly before us, and the producers shared the good news with us all in the same setting.
Yeah.
Were you guys really excited? Like, did you have any reservations? You know, like reality TV, it's not for everybody. And do you have any
It's for us.
reservations?
It's for us. We were made for this. It
All right.
literally came so naturally to us. I mean, I think back on it and I'm like, we were really made for this. We were super excited. I cried when they told us, like.
Well, you guys both answered in tandem very quickly. So it obviously is for you guys. What about, you know, like we've seen from like Selling Sunset and the Oppenheim Group, like we all know there's other agents that work in the Oppenheim Group as well as Allure Realty. You know, it's a real place of business. Was this like Game of Thrones? Like, did everyone in the office just want to be part of the show?
I think the show honestly started very naturally because we were the original 8. We're the OG. So naturally, we all got to be on the show, and everyone else came after the fact.
Mm-hmm. She started off very small. It was a boutique brokerage. We had a small office in the beginning. And then as we started to expand, we grew, of course. So it's really a blessing to see how everything is unfolded.
What do you guys each love about real estate the most?
I literally love waterfront properties the most. We live in Tampa. We're seriously, we have some of the best beaches, like I think in the United States. So I just love viewing the waterfront properties, and I love educating buyers on the home buying process. I think that's where I really get fulfilled.
I think for me, what I love the most, which if you watch the show, you'll hear what I love the most. But I love the money.
I was going to
But I
say, you
also
love the
like,
checks.
I love the money. I love the freedom, right? I like to be my own boss. And I think I really like the just being able to take part of such an important journey in people's lives when they buy one of the most important assets that they'll probably buy in their lives. You know what I mean? And it's very special to us for you to share that moment with us.
Right.
Completely. Well, speaking about the properties, right? I mean, I watched all 8 episodes. I binged that. Then I watched all 8 episodes again.
I love that.
It's great. I mean, listen, we have some great real estate porn in this show. I mean, do you guys ever do you ever get tired? Like, are you just used to it by now? Or, I mean, do you get excited every time? I mean, some of these houses are just so amazing.
No, I mean, every house is unique. So you really don't see the same house twice. There's always going to be something unique and different about each home. So I get excited every time. It has not gotten old for me.
Does anything ever shock you in the sense of, just like what wealth certain people have and like what someone does to their house and, whether it's good or bad, like it may not be your taste and like they've totally overdone it. Like, you ever seen a house that just totally shocks you, either good or bad?
Yes, we've been to some homes and we've been to some homes where people have very interesting choices of art. I'll say that. Very interesting pieces. And those are always those are always eye-catching and kind of like, oh, well, that's different.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of money, and what did you guys do one big splurge? Like, do you remember that when you either got like your first big commission check or just throughout your process? Like, I know there was a lot of talk about this green Chanel bag this season. Like, is there one splurge that you made throughout your real estate career where you're just like, I'm just going to go for it?
So I'm a pretty rational person. I don't know that I did one big splurge. I think I probably remember I'm a Libra. I'm very well balanced, right?
Think it out.
My spending was, it was spread throughout, right? Not one big, but maybe a few medium-sized ones.
For me, I bought a property. I bought an investment property. So that was my big splurge.
That's a pretty big one. And you spread it out more, Anne. That makes sense. Well, listen, we have this great real estate porn. We have big commission checks, but we all know that on reality TV, the deals, the real estate porn, the people, there's always just a little bit of drama. Now, we had a little bit of drama here on this freshman season of Selling Tampa. When Sharelle comes to you guys, like early on in the season and tells you that she is splitting, that the commission, look, she's just doing what any small business is doing, right? Like trying to keep overhead as low as possible and profits as high, but you're now splitting the commissions. Instead of getting 95%, you're getting 80%. You both kind of seemed okay with it when she told you this.
So I won't say, I will say I was okay with it. Was it ideal? Was it like great news? No. I think I try not to focus on things that I don't have control of. And that's one of the things, that's her business. She gets to run it. She gets to call the shot on how she runs her business. What I can control is my own production. So her lowering or her increasing or lowering our commission splits meant for me, I got to sell more houses.